Hey guys, so I have a fascinating 2028 end confirmation to tell you about today. And this one comes straight out of God's Word. In fact, it's contained in the very first verse of the Bible, Genesis 1:1, which is literally the first sentence of the Bible. Remember, God said in His Word, "I have declared the end from the beginning." And if you've seen our 2028 End video series, you know how God did this. The creation event was the beginning. All 7 days. And God used those 7 days to foretell of 7 future 1,000-year periods for a total 7,000-year plan He had for planet Earth. And on the 7th day in the story, it says God made an end to His creation. This foretold that after 6 days, or 6,000 years, God is going to make an end to His creation at Christ's second coming. Literally, He's going to burn the entire surface of planet Earth with fire, as Peter tells us in 2 Peter 3:10.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also, and the works that are therein, shall be burned up.
And you can learn all about these things in our video series. But just understand, God declared the end from the beginning through the 7-day creation story. And that end will come with Christ's second coming, Earth's 6,000th year. Okay, but let's take a closer look now at the first verse of the Bible, which is the first sentence of the creation story. Because here's the deal. I believe not only did God declare the end from the beginning through the 7-day creation story, which is year 6,000, but I believe He left a clue in the very first verse of the Bible to when that year 6,000 will be on our calendar. So Genesis 1:1 reads like this in English. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. That's it. That's all it says. But this is actually a fascinating sentence. For it's claiming from the very beginning of creation, God simultaneously brought time, space, and matter into existence. In the beginning is the time, heaven is the space, and earth is the matter. And those 3 things make up the world we know today. But let's look now at Wikipedia's page for Genesis 1:1. For it will show how this sentence was originally written in Hebrew. The first thing we see is Genesis 1:1 is the first verse of the first chapter of the first book in the Bible, opening up the creation narrative. So you're with me? I mean, this is the beginning of the beginning. Okay, so if we scroll down a little, you'll see Genesis 1:1 in the Masoretic text, meaning in Hebrew, contains 7 words and 28 letters. How about that? There's the number 7 again in the very first sentence of the Bible. Remember, that's the number God went on to use in the creation story, 7 days, to foretell His complete plan for planet Earth. But then we find these 7 Hebrew words are made from a total of exactly 28 letters. Are you kidding me? Friend, I believe God attached the number 28 to the very first verse of the Bible in order to declare to mankind, year 2028 will be the year of the end, meaning Earth's 6,000th year. In other words, it was another way God declared the end from the beginning. The end will come Earth's 6,000th year and that year will be 2028. Friend, I stumbled across this information November 9th of last year, 2018, and it floored me. The page said first, the number 28 is an abbreviation for such years as 1928 and 2028. And then at the end it said, 28 is the number of Hebrew letters in Genesis 1:1. Instantly, it was like God told me, I declared the end from the beginning. Year 2028 will be Earth's 6,000th year. The year of Christ's second coming and the end of the world. Mind-blowing. And if you visit the confirmations page on our 2028N website, you can learn all the different ways God has been using the number 28 in recent years to prophesy of Christ's return in 2028. And I'm positive if you'll learn those things, you'll believe what I'm telling you today about Genesis 1:1 is the truth. So think about this with me for a second. If God attached the number 28 to the first sentence of the Bible in order to prophesy the year 2028 would be the year of the end, this means God knew from the beginning of time that mankind would be using the Gregorian calendar at the time of Christ's return, all over the planet, and that on that calendar, Earth's 6,000th year would be the year 2028. This is staggering to think about. But friend, I'm going to say it one last time. I truly believe God declared the end from the beginning through the 7-day creation story and the very first verse of the creation story. It will be Earth's 6,000th year, which will be 2028. And if this is true, then this means this is the very first time God declared 2028 end. At the very dawn of creation. Mind-blowing. Well, listen, so I'm going to leave you with one last thing to think about. I happened upon another website the same night that I learned that Genesis 1:1 contained 28 letters, back in November of 2018. And this site was called ridingthebeast.com. And the site had a page titled Properties of the Number 28. And down at the bottom in the comments section, I found this comment. Some dad named Vincent wrote this on August 31st, 2018. He said, my son just turned 4. His birthday is 8/21/14. And I'm just wondering why he says the number 28 all the time, randomly in his sentences or after his sentence. Like while he's talking, and the number 28 will have nothing to do with whatever he's talking about. Wow. Friend, that blessed me. And you know why? Because I know Jesus said, have you never read, from the mouths of children and infants, God has ordained praise. And another time he said, see that you do not despise one of these little ones, speaking of young children. For I tell you that their angels in heaven always see the face of my Father. Wow. Here's the deal, folks. I believe this little 4-year-old boy has an angel following him around. And that angel is speaking through him. The boy is so young and innocent that the angel is able to influence his little mind to say 28, here and there and whenever. And why? Because I believe the angels of God know the year 2028 is the year of Christ's return. They know about our 2028 end ministry. They know every detail of our 10-part 2028 End video series. And they're pumped. They're excited. They can see this whole thing wrapping up soon. Oh, they don't know the day or hour, for that verse is about the Feast of Trumpets. But they know the year. And I believe there's an angel prophesying through Vincent's little 4-year-old boy's innocent lips. 28. 28. Can I get a cookie, Daddy? 28. The dad's freaking out. He doesn't know what's going on, which is why he wound up on that webpage about the number 28. Oh, but God in heaven is getting the highest praise right through that little precious boy's mouth. The year of victory is coming. 2028 End.